Owning a home is the American dream. I love my job because I get to help people buy, sell, and improve that American dream. Follow me this week as we explore exciting new trends in Utah's real estate.
So Kevin got that new office, but now I need to remodel that thing and make it, kind of my office.
Of course. Everybody who moves into a new place wants it to look like them.
That's
so
right.
I understand that.
Yeah, and I noticed this is, no matter where you are in real estate, you're always wanting to change something, whether that's a basement or landscape, and so we're constantly doing remodels, right?
Absolutely. It doesn't matter if the home's 100 years old, 10 years old, or brand new. The minute you move in, you see things you want differently. Because you want it to look like you.
Yeah, it's kind of our culture. I mean,
It
really,
is
when
our
you think about
culture.
it, our homes are our style and our
Absolutely.
design. It's the way we
Absolutely.
live.
It's the way we live. It's who we are.
I just inherited this house and I really love the neighborhood and I want to kind of modernize my home. I've thought a lot about it and the curb appeal is super important to me. So I've done a few things and I'd really like to do something with my garage. I know that that's a big part of the front of my home, and so I was wondering if you have any ideas.
Yeah, curb appeal is huge, and garage doors, and I know you're going for that modern style. Martin Garage Doors got a new Afina product that's really cool and inexpensive. It'll look wonderful. Let me have them come by and take a look at it.
So I'm here with Riley Richardson with Richardson Brothers Custom Homes. Riley, this is a beautiful home. Tell me what you did here.
Thank you. We built this home in Entrada, a private golf course community in St. George. And we built this house to be a retreat for a specific family, but wanted to make large areas around the home and inside the home for them to enjoy. This is the front courtyard. It's on the east side of the home, so in the winter months you're able to enjoy most of the day out there with the sun shining on you, and there'll be very little shade. In the evening, of course, in the back you'll have the shaded areas.
So you just follow around the house depending on where the sun is?
You follow the sun.
Oh, that's awesome.
We've created this area. We got a little fire feature here, fire water feature. Again, it's a complete living area. It's intended not to be just a little shut-off space. It's a great place to live. The beamwork in the front actually continues all the way through the home and out the back to kind of integrate all of those areas together. That pivot door was really a fun little operative thing to build. In the living room here, again, it's a large area meant to felt kind of rustic and lodge-like. The rustic beams were hand carved by our finished carpenter. Did a fabulous job on that. Again, all the living areas are just specific to gathering. The kitchen here is designed almost like a chef's kitchen or a gourmet kitchen. You've got the side-by-side Thermador 30-inch or 60-inch fridge, 48-inch cooktop. You can get a lot of burgers cooked on that thing, or steaks, or Chateaubriand. But
I love it. Looks good.
The tiles in the back of the backsplash are custom and painted. They're beautiful. This home has a prep kitchen where you can do most of your upfront work before you start cooking, and then put the dishes back away back there when you're done, leaving the kitchen looking pretty.
That's great.
The architect on this house was really thoughtful in creating those large spaces and keeping the living areas or the sleeping areas on one side of the home. And they're a little bit smaller, but they're just sleeping there. Very thoughtful design. The architecture is wonderful. It's McQuay Architects here in St. George.
Yeah, great work.
A lot of wonderful tile work. There in the bathroom, we had these beautiful little colorful porcelain tiles that were like hand painted. They were beautiful as well. That's a breezeway that takes you from the front area to the backyard, where you've got a whole nother sitting and living area,
which is great. Got the TV built outside. I love that TV. Kind of behind the barn doors.
Yeah, little sliding barn doors keep it protected, but
nice.
but they have a nice look to them as well. and a little water feature underneath there. So you get the sound of the water, which is very comforting. Got the splash pad in back, which also has great sound. It makes a beautiful fountain, and the kids love to play in it. Yeah, and then we've got like 5 fire pits around the back.
Well, Riley, great works here. So if somebody wanted to get a hold of you, how would they reach if they were interested?
You can contact us through our website at richardson-brothers.com.
They say on camera I'm a little stiff, but I insisted that I be the one to tell you about the world's finest, safest garage door, the Martin Door, available at your nearest door, lumber, or hardware company. Tell them Dave Martin sent you. Now what's stiff about that?
Here at Real Estate Essentials, we love to support local business, and we love nothing more than local business that's had international success. And Martin Garage Doors is one of those. So the next time you're looking to buy garage doors, buy local, buy the best, buy Martin Garage Doors.
Amsco Windows was founded in Utah over 65 years ago. Our 535,000 square foot facility is one of the largest vinyl window plants in the country. We provide more windows in the state of Utah than all other manufacturers combined, and with Amsco, your design potential is limitless. At Amsco, we understand that quality, service, on-time delivery, and pleasing the customer are vital to our success. Amsco Windows, make your home a masterpiece.
It used to be that credit was used primarily to assess risk, and lower credit scores paid higher rates and with less favorable terms. These days, credit is used in a myriad of ways. Consider employment. Some employers consider low scores to mean less discipline and potential future disloyalty. That's why credit education is more important today than ever before.
Well, we've been thinking about it, and we're just not sure.
I understand.
We've never sold a house before.
I'll walk you guys through every step.
So if we sell, do you think we can swing it?
Well, I have the numbers right here, and based on the comps that I've found, the timing is perfect. There's a lot of buyers for a house like yours.
It's good to know.
I'm so excited.
So Stacy, Jay called me and told me you're looking to change the curb appeal of your home, maybe modernize it a little bit. Can you tell me what you're looking for?
Yeah, I wanted to update my home and modernize the door, and then I noticed that my garage door needed to be modernized, and I want to put the two together. So I have a real modern door with square windows. Do you have any ideas about my garage?
You know, I do. I probably have the perfect door for you. It's called an Athena, and we can actually put any size of windows in it, make it all windows, any size. I'll bet we can match it up. Let's take a look at it.
Great.
Well, Darren, right now down in Highland, under that $400,000 mark is really, really hot. There aren't enough houses on the market. So I thought it'd be a good thing to go down there and take a look at what they got going on.
It's kind of a nice sweet spot in that range.
Yeah, kind of near right where you live.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
That's right.
Nice area.
Yep.
Very nice.
Love Highland. I grew up in Highland.
Yeah, Highland was one of those areas that built out late, in the late 2000s.
Yes.
And it had some large acre lots, and this is an example of that. And as you can see, this one was built in 2003. It's about 39 square feet. It's on 0.40 acres. And it's kind of classic of that style, big open kitchen. One of the things I really like about this particular house, the kitchen lays out real well. I like how as you come in the front door, they've got it guarded, but they don't have a full wall. They've got kind of a half wall that disconnects it so you don't see that kitchen when you come in, but as you wrap around, so if somebody comes to your front door and you're cooking, there's not a mess there, so you can hide it.
Right.
But it also leaves for those nice vaulted ceilings in there. Kind of gives that look through and it kind of embraces that open space, which I like a lot.
Open yet private.
Yeah, they've done a really job of situating the furniture in here, really taking advantage of the space, but not overdoing it. Not packing it in. And so the way it lays out, I really like it. Master bedroom, as you can see here, nice clean lines, subtle touches, lots of white, which is really in right now, and then the subtle, colors on the walls.
Yeah, I love that ceiling.
Yeah, a little tray ceiling. They've got some rope light in there right now, and we're seeing right now they're putting a lot of LED lights up in there, and so instead of just having that warm yellow light, you can turn on blue or green, or
Oh, yeah.
you can just go online and order that stuff and put it in. It's really inexpensive. Head into the master bath. They've got, of course, separate tub and shower, just like you should have. Lays out quite well. Go into some of the bedrooms here. They've done a nice job. Some paint colors, neutral. Just nice,
built-in
clean
shelving's pretty cool.
Yeah. So Darren, let's talk on this one. Headed down to the basement here, but I want to talk a little bit about financing and what you'd be looking at at a price of $399 and what you're looking at.
Yeah, price at $399.9. This, in my opinion, is a great value. If you were to put 20% down on a 30-year fixed loan at 4%, you'd have an APR of 4.132%. Your principal and interest portion of your payment would only be $1,528.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a great payment. You'd have taxes and insurance on top of that. But what a value.
You couldn't rent this house, not even close to that for
Right.
that much money. And you'd own it. You got that big acreage in the backyard. They've got a separate home theater. I don't know if you saw that in there.
Yes.
It's separated. They insulated it like crazy. Beautiful backyard. Neighbors look great there. The one neighbor's got horses, so I mean, on 0.40 acres, you don't have quite enough for horses, but maybe you have your neighbor, board those horses for you.
It's a great setting.
Hard and no one likes to do it. It should be an adventure, and we here at Wasatch Moving Company make it one. We are that extra bit of help that everyone needs. Let us take the stress out of moving for you with our excellent and careful staff and our flat rate affordable pricing. Call Wasatch Moving Company today, the official movers of Real Estate Essentials with Jay Deere on ABC.
A Better Clean, based in Salt Lake City. Fast, free, in-home quotes done by experienced professionals with uncompromised quality. We take pride in the service we provide. We have products safe and eco-friendly. We exceed every expectation, so give us a call today.
Jay Deere here. Do you want to sell your home faster and for more money? We do what other realtors do, but get this. Being ABC4 Utah's real estate specialist gives me the opportunity to give your home maximum exposure. List with the Jay Deere team and your home will be featured on its own TV commercial, as well as get a full motion video tour by my professional camera crew, with me personally talking about the selling features of your home linked to the multiple listing service. And with the power of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, it's automatically added to 40,000 websites and put onto the International Relocation Database. If you want to sell your house faster and for more money, then list it with me and see it on TV.
someone dropping the ball on your mortgage? Recruit a professional, Darren Rhodes, Utah's Mortgage Pro. He's got the skills, speed, and experience to win the best financing for your home. So draft Darren today at utahmortgagepro.com.
So Sean, this thing turned out incredible. It just stands out. I mean, it's completely transformed this house.
Yeah, it really did. You know, Stacy wanted a garage door that would kind of blend in with her front door. So what we did is we went with the steel pinnacle door. We powder coated it to kind of match the colors that she wanted, so she could really pick any color she wanted. We've got all the safety features on this, and it's also a frosted acrylic window. So she'll be able to have light come into the garage, and it'll actually look really neat at night too, because it'll kind of be backlit and you can see kind of a glow in it. I think it'll look really neat.
Yeah, it came out wonderfully. Good job.
Thanks.
Wow, I'm so excited that I didn't know what to expect, but I love my new garage doors and it really makes my house pop.
We're headed up into Holiday, and so if you ever wanted to be close to everything but far enough away, you're up on the hill looking down on the whole valley, and this is your property. It's situated on its own private drive, so there's nobody ever going to walk by your home, but it's close enough that if you had a golf cart, you could roll right down there to Old Mill Golf Course and tee off. It's got access to this, and this property is absolutely exquisite. They furnished it in what they call the Mountain Contemporary design.
I love that design. It's very popular in Park City.
That's right. So they've brought this right down here. The original builder of this home was a stonemason, and he actually owned a stone quarry. So as you look through the property, it's completely decked it out. The type of stuff that he had access to wood and stone, and he did not stop. It's just absolutely exquisite. They spent a ton of money building this home. Headed into this kitchen, they spared no expense. The granite countertops that they put in here, and the fridge, and it just absolutely beautiful, right?
I love the spacious feel and that stove. It looks professional grade. This is a chef's kitchen.
Yeah, and so that's a wolf range, and the pantry looks like there's just 4 doors, but it's absolutely huge. It opens up all together and you just walk into it, and plenty of space for everything. All the detail work that they added in, all the stone and wood, it almost jumps off. They did just a spectacular job. You'll notice that each one of the windows is cased in wood. They spared no expense. Everything as I walked through this property, I was just amazed at how much they didn't miss anything. They spent so much money on building this home. The original owners intended on never selling this. Headed into the master bedroom, you'll notice the views off of the whole front of the house are to die for. In the size of the master bedroom, they're 10-foot ceilings, and there's plenty of room for a reading area, and look at those views, spectacular. They spared no expense. You'll notice on the fireplace, it's a look through into the master bath, but you almost want to call that the master salon because they just absolutely decked it out. I'm just absolutely amazed. You don't see these type of showers in houses of this size. This is the shower of a $5 million home.
It's gorgeous. Love the tile.
Yeah, they did a really good job. They really put it all together. You don't see this kind of attention to detail put into something under $1 million, and this is way under. Headed down into the basement, they've put a big, huge safe in there and plenty of room. The second kitchen in the basement is situated and sets up better than even most main kitchens. They've got a mother-in-law apartment and the bathroom in here is completely decked out in slate. Absolutely beautiful. There aren't a lot of master bedrooms in $5 million homes that are nice. You'll notice all the lighting underneath their countertops in there. Beautiful, right?
Beautiful, gorgeous.
Price per square foot, if you were trying to replace this home, this house is probably worth about $1.5 million, but they got it priced at about $839, which as you go outside, you'll notice it's got wraparound decks and it's got a built-in hot tub. It is just ready to go, and they plan on leaving that hot tub. So if you're looking something that's close but far away and you got views to watch the day go by, this could be your property. So Darren, take a look at this beautiful home.
I love this place.
Yeah, spectacular. And this one's got a lot going for it. And I thought it'd be a really good one to kind of feature on the show because it's got a lot of great things going for it. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to kind of hit on 3 points that I think are really important. Number one, it's in Saratoga Springs. Okay, it's a brand new build, and Saratoga Springs has always been very popular, but it always struggled with transportation issues.
Yeah, it's hard to get out there. They
That's
just
right.
had that little one road that went around, and
so always had the beautiful views, and people liked it, but it was too far away. Well, now they've got all this transit system that gets you right out there, which is awesome. They've got the Mountain View Corridor, and they've got all these lateral ways to get out there.
Pioneer Crossing.
So it's not far away anymore, and it's really close to the tech industry and where they're building out, and so there are a ton of jobs coming into that Thanksgiving point, and so that's number two, and so we're expecting appreciation in the coming years to be exceptional in this area.
The more people move in, the more the demand is for housing, so you expect your property to appreciate in value.
That's right.
Yeah.
But number three, what I think is most important about this one, it can qualify for zero money down.
That's right. It's one of my favorite aspects of properties out there in much of Saratoga Springs is that they're in what we call a rural housing eligible area currently. And that means that those homes can be purchased to qualified borrowers for zero money down.
Yeah, well, that's what they call them, zero money down.
That's right.
But this is, and we're always dealing with this issue in real estate, and people are always, is it cheaper to rent or is it cheaper to own?
Right.
And
especially now.
Especially, and right now rentals are, because there's been so much people moving into the state, rentals are in super high demand, and so they're going for a lot of money. Mm-hmm. And the cost of money right now on a loan, on a 30-year loan, is really, really inexpensive.
Yeah, historically especially.
And so this particular house, this is a great time and a great situation because a lot of people that are renting, they maybe can't come up with that 5% down, which on this particular home could be close to around $20,000 or so.
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm.
And so it's a great opportunity that they can buy a house and not stress themselves out. And if they have some sort of down payment, they can keep it in the bank as security, or they can, they didn't get out of the rental pool and start to see some of that appreciation we talked about.
Yeah, especially on a beautiful home like this.
The house speaks for itself. I almost need to talk about the house because it is I mean, it's almost like a decorator home, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a beautiful place. I love this house.
One of the things I really like about also, let's talk about the house because it's spectacular. Big, huge master bedroom upstairs, and they got a couple other bedrooms up there. But it's right next to the school. It's in a cul-de-sac, what they call like a hammerhead cul-de-sac. So it's got cul-de-sacs on either side. And so it's got one street that comes in, it's got cul-de-sacs on either side. And so there's nobody just running up and down the streets. It's really quiet.
Nice.
And it backs to the school on the other side of that fence. That's where the school is, the elementary school. And the views out the front are absolutely spectacular. And so if you got those things and can line them up, this is a spectacular home.
Yeah, I actually love this place. I love the view of Timpanogos so from across the lake. It's fantastic.
So Jay, what's going on with the market right now? It's been so hot, and then recently I've noticed there's kind of been a decrease in what my buyers are wanting to go look at, and
yeah, how active they are.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of typical for this time of year. July is a heavy year for vacation. This is when everybody goes on their vacations. There's lots of holidays and stuff. And so it's typically slower during that time.
Yeah.
But there's another factor in the market, and it's affordability. Because it's been so hot and so many buyers have been grabbing everything up, it's been driving the price up, and there becomes that point where we start to get too expensive.
Yeah.
And so we're starting to see that, and so we're starting to see a little bit of a slowdown. Buyers are not as aggressive and not taking down the market as much as they could, but that's, on some ways that's good, but it's, anytime we start dealing with affordability, it can be an issue in real estate.
Yeah, I think so. Even on the listings, I've noticed, people are eager to list, but then this time of year, I'm noticing a big difference in how, they're not jumping on it like they were back in the spring.
Yeah.
Is that the same issue?
Yeah, it's just like last year. We had the same thing last year. It was a really hot early spring.
Right.
It jumped in, everybody was going crazy, and then summer was actually flat last year.
Right.
It was like one of the worst summers I've ever seen in the business. And this year it started out hot and it continued into early summer, and now we're seeing it kind of slow down again, and so we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's still a better market overall.
Yeah.